Hi again. Welcome to the chapter 4 of our explanatory overview videos of our solution for HR department. My name is Polina, and on this video, I will guide you through this pretty small compared to others, but still very important process called boarding. So let's have a quick back through. In the first video, we had a common overview. Then we managed our hiring, how everything works, how do we hire employee. Then we found our wonderful employee winning null that became from candidate and employee. We scheduled a couple of meetings. We planned some HR tasks to manage all the legal processes. And now it's finally time to onboard Winnie to our team. So there are multiple ways of onboarding, right? So in fact, you can just throw at him that document company one-on-one, signed to him the one he's reported by, and let him check out what's going on. But if you have a more stable process, if you're making hiring on a regular basis, then probably Fibre can help you here. So of course, everything starts with a document. Here we have a document about how our onboarding process work. And to be honest, in Fibre as a company, we don't have a kind of a proper onboarding process because we don't have a lot of hirings and everything is managed one by one. But when I was researching the market, I definitely was inspired by the 30, 60, 90 framework. So in a nutshell, you can check more details here for sure. And you can also, by the way, install a separate template here for this process anytime. But it's about the fact that you have a set of tasks, pre-generated ones for every new employee for his first 30 days, for his 60 days, and for his 90 days. So you have a set of repetitive process, repeatable tasks. And of course, for some employees, there will be unique tasks based on their title, based on their experience, etc., etc. But there is always a kind of a template. This is why if we go to the database overview, here we have two databases. This one is about templates, so which tasks will be repetitive ones. And this one exactly about the tasks themselves. As you see, what is interesting here on the task level is a phase, right? So it is 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, but for sure you can always adapt the framework to your needs. You can make another cadence. You also see which of the employees this task is about, because every employee has his own set of tasks. What is also interesting here, there is formula that is called phase and date. I will edit it. So this formula checks the the day this task was generated, and then adds number of dates what this task is about. So what do I mean? For example, this phase is 30 days. So the deadline for this task is the date of the creation of this task, check out company culture plus 30 days. And this is a kind of a automatically calculated deadline. You can get rid of it, but I thought it can be helpful. So how to use this wonderful template? First, there is a view that is called boarding task templates. So here you can add the tasks that will be generated automatically for every new employee. So this is can be kind of a dynamic process. You can always add new details to the tasks, and for new employee, they will be changed. However, old employees will have old list of tasks they had when they joined the company. And you can also set more details for the templates. You can generate the description, for example, your employee has to understand which tools do you work with. So here you can add all the credits, like the tools, probably, I don't know, passwords probably is a bad idea. It's better to have them in Bitwarden or something similar, without an advertisement. But a quick overview: how do you use it and where to navigate for the details. So each time, for example, you have a new tool you're working with, you can go to the predefined template, edit it a bit, and for new employees, they will have the latest version of the task. So as you see, there is also like a markdown, and you see which employees had for which employees this template was applied for. And for 90 days, what do we have here? Yeah, so everything inside tasks will be pretty unique. Okay, here you generated the template, which tasks will be. Then we go to the employees on the onboarding process grid view. And here we have all the employees that are currently in the onboarding process. So here you can have kind of this overview: who is passing through the title and which tasks do they have left. So this view probably will be interesting one because of filters. So here we have two filters applied. The first one is how we determine employees that are in the onboarding process by the result of a formula called onboarding progress is less than 100. So this formula you can find on the employee database. We will check it out a bit later. And this formula is calculating their progress based on the number of done tasks. So if they have across all the phases, 10 tasks, 8 of them are done already, then their progress will be 80%. So when all the tasks are done, both custom one and pre-generated ones, their progress becomes 100% and they will disappear from this view. And there are also boarding tasks filter. We don't want to see the ones that are done here, so something they are working on at the moment. This is why here I can see what Sarah has left to do. What does Emily is working on. And as you see, we have at the moment nothing for the Winnie now. I even think if we are curious, we can even show their onboarding progress. So Sarah is doing great and Winnie now has nothing. So here is a button that is called Generate Onboarding Tasks, and this button is exactly doing what we need. It's creating the tasks for the employee that are currently in the boarding task template. As you see, the icon under the Winnie now changed. Now I can open him, and as you see, I have here directly all the tasks that we had in the previous view. But we are consistent, so I can open the employee's card. Let's open it fully. And now I see not only high-level overview, but also all the Winnie now tasks that he has to work at the moment. And later, let's say that he is awesome and he finished all the tasks. When I'm not interested in 30 days anymore, I can hide them, or I can collapse them like this. And what is also nice, that this task is only for Winnie, so Winnie can always add his comments, mention if something is unclear, and you can always, also add some checkboxes that he can mention inside, like yes, GitLab edit, Slack edit, Vibrary edit, and fall in love with. I wish it worked like this. And as you see, his phase and date now is November 11th, because this task was generated today, plus 30 days, plus minus time zone, plus 1 month. So he has to accomplish this task till the end of November. We didn't make the template super complicated, but if you want to, you can always add some custom automation rules. For example, if the deadline, in our case, phase and date is close, and your employee haven't finished some boarding tasks yet, maybe he just had forgotten to move them through the board, you can set, for example, a notification that will notify the employee and the HR manager or the responsible manager who you need about this fact. And oh yeah, the last thing, as you see, that I have also ability to add new unique tasks. So he is a lead developer, so probably he will need to, I don't know, check the core with Andrew. Of course, like if you're hiring a marketing person or a new HR manager, it doesn't make sense for them to check the core. But if it is a developer, I can add them, and probably those custom tasks can be added by the responsible manager. So based on what he thinks has to be done by the new employee. So you combine templated and custom process. Okay, what else do we have here? Yeah, but this overview is probably very nice for managers to check, generate new tasks, and etc. But for Winnie, this part will be pretty, no, not useless, but maybe overwhelming. Why does he need to see where Emily is? What's Sarah doing? I don't think that Winnie cares a lot about that. So what do we have here? Here we have two things. The first one is called tasks by state and employee, and the second one is called my tasks. So task by state and employee is probably also too overwhelming for Winnie, but it can be helpful for you as a manager, because same here, same filters are here. You just show employees that have onboarding process less than 100, and you under every employee also show their title, their onboarding progress, and here you see everything your newly adopted employees are working on right now, not just as a grid view, but on a board. Just maybe it is a bit more, I don't know, comfortable to use. But you can keep one of them and delete the one you don't need. And my tasks here, there's another filter on the onboarding task where we see Fiber user is me. So let's run a small test. Let's say we have a Winnie null, and we will say that Winnie null is a Paulina. So it's me, right? Fiber user, I mean. Because in this case, it was adapted for the cases when these users, for example, are not logged into the system. So I say that it's me. And if I go here right now to the My Tasks, I see automatically all the tasks I am personally assigned to. So you can manage permissions, not to allow me manage those filters and not to let me ruin everything. But maybe I'm like, say, no, I want to see everything like with a custom sorting. I want to apply additional filters, but I don't want to use it on a common view. What do we suggest then is two things, two options. The first one, there is an option to copy to my space. In this case, I will have duplication of the view. So it's a duplicate. It still works with the same database. So if I move something on my personal view, it's moved here and it is moved here as well. But as this view is in my space, no one else has access to it. So I can apply my custom filters, play around, and just, adapt these to my needs, because we all have preferences. If I'm not that preferable person and I'm absolutely okay with my tasks here, I just don't want to open this space all the time, I can add this view to my favorites. So here I will have a quick access to my tasks, and once everything is finished and once my onboarding is finished, I can just, unpin it and it will disappear from my menu. The last thing we have here is employees in the onboarding process, but I think that will be a part for our last video. Do we have anything else left? I don't think so. You can also check this video on the video overview, and I will try to collect some helpful educational materials, for example, like for automations and notifications. This is it. See you in the next video about vacations and business calendar. This one will be probably the easiest to use, but the most complicated to understand the setup.